Let's talk about how to do market research and go through some basic online market research strategies for your business. First things first, why do you even want to do market research? Well, whenever we go into a market, like when we started our lead generation company, X27, I didn't really have background selling lead generation or cold email services to businesses. I did, however, have access to agency owners because I was working at an agency in New York City and had met a few other agency owners, people that built mobile apps and things like that. So I figured I would make a business that sold to those people. So I had a market in mind and I kind of had a business idea, but nothing really concrete. So then I went through a market research process to figure out exactly what to sell and how to sell it. And the reason why you want to do market research is a lot of entrepreneurs, the way it starts is you think of a cool business, like I want to sell cats hats. And so you start with that idea first, very innovative idea, by the way. I don't know how they'd stay on me with a little string, but you start with the cats for hats idea and then you try to sell that. And it's absolutely the wrong way to go about it. Maybe that works sometimes, but the best business ideas, the most scalable ones, the ones that actually can provide you with a future where you're not sitting around with boxes and boxes of cats for hats in your garage, is starting with a market, researching to find their problems, and then building a product around those problems. So let me take you over to the computer and I'll show you some ways to do market research right now. This video is brought to you by Email 10K. Learn how to book meetings with billion-dollar brands and take your company to the next level at email10k.com. The easiest way to do market research, and what I always do first, is ask users directly. If you ask people what they're gonna buy or you try to pitch them on something, you're gonna get the best possible feedback. So the first thing I'll do is come up with a hypothesis. I'll try to think, all right, what sort of business am I running? So for instance, when I started X27, I was like, businesses probably need leads. So I reached out to agencies and pitched them, got on the phone with them, and that was the best feedback ever because during the sales calls, I would say something that they regarded as stupid and they would test me on it. And I could do these calls over and over again until I got to the point that I could sell them no problem. And then we started closing $2,000 deals, $6,000 deals, up to $100,000 deals. So that's a process. If you don't want to pitch customers directly, or if you want to go in a little softer, you can do what we did when it was time to improve Email 10K, which I'll talk about in another video, how we boost and how we improve our online course, which teaches people how to sell and start a business. So we do what's called a customer research interview. I reached out to our list and asked if they would hop on the phone with me and talk about starting their business. 8 people that have not purchased yet talked about why they haven't purchased Email 10K, and we were able to use that to great effect. I'll show you one, and you can have this as a download as well. You can have all the questions that we ask on these customer interviews. Can you start by giving me an overview of your business? And then I took a bunch of notes. What are the main things that you're focused on right now? Then they start talking about that. Is there anything that you're struggling with? And then they talk about their struggles with starting a business. Then I dig deeper. You mentioned whatever it was. Could you tell me more about it? Tell me about the last time you did something related to starting a business. How'd that go? And she actually went through talking to house painters and all that stuff. Kim is great. What have you tried to solve this? What did you like about it and what did you not like about it? Easy. When you have a question on starting a business, where do you look for answers? And then she talked about that. And then I like this one. If you could wave a magic wand and solve this problem, what would that look like? You usually get a lot of great answers here. I love the magic wand question, but you can't just start with the magic wand question. You got to build up to that throughout the customer research call. Is there anything else about starting a business that I should have asked? And then you get them talking. And that's the process. You go through and the customer's talking to you the whole time. You're getting all of this good data. I like to record the calls too, which for her privacy, I'm not going to play this for you right now, but I do have customer recordings of all of these research calls. And then our team, when they go to improve it, or myself, when I go to improve it, I'll rewatch these calls. This helps with our copywriting. This helps with everything. So customer interviews is the first thing to do. The next thing you can do is a competitor analysis. So let's say you did want to start a company like X27. You wanted to do done-for-you lead generation or cold emailing services. All you would do, first place to start, is go over to the old google.com. Who doesn't love Google? This is the only company that has a good search engine. I tried Bing, didn't really work out too much. I tried DuckDuckGo, they just use Google. It's just a little more private Google. So I'm back to Google. Unfortunately, fortunately, depends on your political views, right? All right. So the first thing you want to do if you want to start a B2B lead gen firm and you want to do some customer research is think about what the customer would search for if they were searching for you. So you might type outbound agency, might be one. So there's a couple here. Cold email agency. Cool. It looks like outbound agency is the real keyword to look at. So now you can look at your competitors and you can see outbound sales agency. You have some examples of copy that you can use. I wouldn't copy their copy directly. I wouldn't make a copy of a copy of a copy, but I would look at this, get inspired by it, and maybe use some of their wording in your sales calls. We connect rather than just communicate. That seems kind of soft, but similar sort of thing you could say on your sales calls would be like, a lot of these cold email companies just try to blast one way. You're communicating with your customers when you really need to be connecting with your customers, and that's what we focus on. So you can take that and you can make it part of your sales pitch. We drive strategy. I don't love this. I don't love when agencies do like a billion things because you know they're not really good at any of them. Outbound marketing agency. See response with the little monkey logo. I wonder where they got that idea from. That is so cool. I love when I've obviously inspired another company. I can't vouch for these guys' services. I have no idea who they are. But outbound marketing agency. Outbound marketing involves reaching out to potential customers to start a conversation. So now you're really learning from your competitors. And if you really wanted to do this as a next level thing, I would actually go contact them, hop on the phone with them, pretend like you're a customer, and either record their sales calls or take notes to figure out how they're selling you. What do their proposals look like? You can do some of this research. And there's nothing morally wrong with this. The only thing morally wrong would be if you took their proposal, slapped your logo on it, and did it as your own. But using their sales system to learn from is totally fine. So the next thing you can try is keyword research. Two tools that I love are Word Tracker, which you can get at wordtracker.com, or Keyword Discovery. Both of these are fine. So what I'll do is type cold email, and it'll give me a bunch of ideas for either content or things to offer. So people really want cold email templates, cold email subject lines. How to cold email for a job is a big one. So if I was looking and trying to do another online course, I might actually do a cold email for a job course. If you're interested in that, let me know down below. You want to know how to use cold email to get your job, the best job you've ever had in your life? Let me know down in the comments. Maybe we can make that happen. But I see how I'm already getting ideas here. How to cold email for an internship. That could be an entirely different thing that we offer, or a different service. And you can do this not just with cold emails. Search SEO. Let it find keyword suggestions. And it looks like it's pulling the last name SEO. So I would say SEO company, which by the way is suggested here. It's going. You only get a few free searches before you have to start paying. And so you look at the volume and you can see here, you've got SEO company, Tampa SEO company, San Diego, Harrisburg, Los Angeles. So what I would get from this if I was starting an SEO agency is there is very strong demand for local SEO. Nobody really wants a national SEO agency. They really want these specific city-based SEO companies. What I don't see here, oh, wait, I do see it here. I was about to say, I don't see any industry-specific searches, but here's one for cannabis. So I would say that SEO companies based on this are either local SEO per city, or industry SEO, or cost-based, affordable SEO companies. So now you have three different options if you're trying to start that type of business. Do you want to go affordable, local, or industry specific? See how much we're learning right now? If you do all three of them, you should be in a very, very good spot to start making sales. And actually, if you listen to point one, you could just jump right to sales directly, but you will be in a very good position after you do these three things. This video is brought to you by Email 10K. So you don't have a business idea, huh? Do you want to know what the best business to start is, regardless of market conditions? Check out the free presentation at email10k.com. We have over 200 students that are crushing it using this business strategy, even during this time. So check that out, email10k.com. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know down below, what was your best takeaway from this? And how are you going to use these tactics to improve your business? Smash that like button to encourage this type of content on YouTube, subscribe for more videos like this, and be sure to check out all of our past content. We've talked so much about how to start a business, how to grow a business, and how to do market research, how to sell using cold email. So I would check out all of those videos if you can. There's a lot of free training there. And if you want more advanced training, check out email10k.com. We talk about how to start a business in detail in that course. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.